So what's going on, guys? DIY Dan here again. And today we're just doing a quick video on some helpful hints dealing with 1/4-inch drip systems. So this is my third house, guys, and in all these three houses I've done my own irrigation in the backyard. I actually had two houses that had the full drip system in the front yard and ended up replacing both of those with hybrid systems as well because of leaks. And I've always had a problem with if I need to do a control valve or replace it or move it, not breaking the control valve when taking the lines off. So I came up with an easy way to take these off and put them back on. So let's get to it. So if you've ever dealt with these control valves for the 1/4-inch drip, trying to maybe move one and replace it with another one without ruining the valve, it can be rather difficult. So using a pair of side cutters, if you carefully cut the side of the tubing right next to the nipple of the valve, the tubing will come off very easily. I figured this trick out after ruining a couple valves. So I'm relocating this valve to another location, so I wanted to save it, and I needed to put an individually adjustable flow rate control valve in this location. Now I'm hooking up the same lines because they had a little bit of extra length on them, and this is another really helpful tip. If you've ever tried to push these black lines on your control valves, it can be a little difficult to push them on the nipple. So what you want to do is take a lighter and just barely heat up the drip line and then quickly put it on the nipple, and it will go on much easier. You only need to heat it up with the lighter for maybe 2 to 3 seconds before quickly putting it on the nipple. You are just trying to heat up the plastic, not melt it. So this was an actual used valve I took off of somewhere else, and I was able to reuse it. Before figuring out that I could use a lighter to make this much easier, I actually ruined a couple used valves trying to push them on and breaking the nipples off. So the reason I went to this style is because each one of these 8 ports is individually adjustable. So therefore all I've got to do is run some drip line to the plant and adjust my flow rate. So before I went to these valves, I was using just something like this, which is just a riser, and then I had all these different sized tips depending on the flow rate I wanted to have. Now they do make adjustable flow rate tips you could put on your drip line. I just thought the adjustable flow rate control valves was a simpler setup. Now, being as though I am in Phoenix, Arizona, you know, the sun does beat on these quite a bit, so I've had a couple of the nipples break off the valve. But the added benefit is all I had to do was go in here and shut this off with a screwdriver, and that one's just a dead port now. I still got the rest of them I can use. So now I'm just turning my system on so I can check my flow rates. I got a manual watering. So all you need to adjust your flow rate is a flathead screwdriver on these valves. You can see the hose up in the upper right hand corner. So hopefully this video helped you out, guys. If it did, hit like and subscribe if you haven't already. And I've got all kinds of other DIY projects and helpful hints as well. Hope to see you next time. Have a good one. Later.